Hello again. I'm back. This is the next part of making the cover for the junk journal with the Romantic Rose kit. I gathered a few items I do want to use maybe on the cover. So today we're going to finish the cover, embellish the cover, make the front, the back, maybe the spine too. And if you don't know what I'm talking about because you just tuned in, this is about the Romantic Rose kit that is in my Etsy store available. I have here the tags and the tabs and all the extra bits. The pages are already in this temporary journal, glued on to a coffee dyed paper. I did a video on the book cover already to get this effect, and now we're going to start making well, the book cover, like I said in the last video. So I'm sorry, I'm going to sit down. I have a few items on my desk that I'm planning to use. I put them away a little bit for now. Okay. This is what we had. I had two pieces for the front and the back, and I'm not sure if I want to do it this way or that way. And I also had these two to put in as the inside cover, and also making the pockets. Okay, but first I want to decide if I'm going to use this as the front or this. I also had this. And then I wanted to do it this way. So you see, I'm struggling again with it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take, I think this one. First I'm going to cut this. It's sort of cheesecloth, not cheese. I'm thinking about putting it below the, like this. I'm going to fray this a little bit more. I don't want it too big because we do want to show a little bit of the painting. Okay. So now I'm thinking this is too big. So I may want to cut it down a little bit. Yes, I do. Okay, I'm going to cut it down. I'm sorry, I had to get this. I forgot. Again, I don't measure. I'm just going as I think it's okay. I do want to narrow it down a little bit. Also, I do want to round the corners. And to see it a little bit better, to see the end result better, I do want to, oh, I'm sorry. In the edges. I see there's a light over here. Maybe it's annoying for you. I'm going to put down some paper. Maybe it's better this way. Okay. I already had that corner. Or maybe some lace. Something like this maybe. I'm still doubting. Oh, this is a weird sound, but this is my chair. It sounds like something different. I'm sorry. I also have a few leaves over here. I was thinking to put this this is very sturdy, so this doesn't bend very well. So I'm cutting it off. I'm not sure about the lace yet, but we'll see. I also want some of this little leaf trim. I'm not sure how I'm going to use it. Okay, I need another leaf. I have another option for leaves. It's a very big one, but I'm not sure it's really... No, it doesn't feel well. I'm not going to use it. Okay, I also have these. Oh. Like this. This is what I want. I want this a little bit lower so I can put this in. Here I maybe want to put some lace and then maybe some kind of title, or I'm not sure yet, but I do want to use this. Okay, I think this is what I want. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, glue. This is my needle, broken needle. I'm going to glue this on. Yeah. It smells, the glue. The glue I'm using is the same one I used on the spine when I reinforced the spine. It's Cosmic Shimmer glue. But I just put it in a smaller bottle. It's this glue. Hope you can see. Cosmic Shimmer. But you can use any glue as long as it's dries clear. I'm not gonna glue it completely because I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and sew around the edges. But I have to do that part off camera because I don't have a camera over there. So I'm just gluing it down so I know where to Okay, now I'm going to glue this part down, but I'm also thinking if I leave this part open you can tuck something at the side, but I'm not sure. No, I'm not going to do it. I don't think it's very easy to use it like that. Okay. This part I'm going to leave because I'm going to glue it directly on the cover and then I'm putting this over the leaves. Okay, I'm going to my sewing machine now. I'm going to sew it, so I put you on hold and I come back later. Hello, good day. This is Natalie from LineDotArrow, and today I want to make do the next step of making this junk journal. I have a previous video with a lot of steps that I did to come to this result, but unfortunately a lot of the footage, the videos I made, I don't know what happened, but I couldn't import them anymore in the movie maker I used to make this video. So I tried to restore them, but I'm not sure it's going to work. So we have some sort of tutorial, but there's a little part missing. But in the future I'm planning to do more journals, so maybe the part that I'm missing will be covered in one of my future videos. But I'm doing a short recap. I'm using my Romantic Rose. This is the kit. These are a few of the items that's in the kit. The Romantic Rose Junk Journal kit. I have already backed the pages with coffee dyed paper. I made 2 inserts, and these are for now temporary in, I think it's this way, yes, in my well, I made it myself, a traveler's notebook A5 size, so I can flip through it very easy and take the pages out when I want to embellish them or put them under my sewing machine. But now I like to continue with the cover. For the cover, the inside of the cover, I had these papers, and today I want to glue them in. But before I do have to ink them up a little bit with my vintage photo ink, and also remove this part, because this is going like this. I'm getting my bone folder right now. What I'm doing now is measure where I should cut down this part of the paper. And I always make this a little bit more narrow than the actual page, because otherwise it doesn't fit. Okay. A little bit too wide too, so no, wrong. I have to use the wonky one. Oh, I did it the wrong way. So I'll do this side too. Oh, but I do have to remove more, I see. I'm not really measuring because I'm always cutting it down when I glued it. Okay, but now I remembered I wanted to stitch this and also make the pockets a little bit bigger. So I'm going to set up my sewing machine so I can do it. And I'm not going to make the pockets bigger, I think. I'm gonna leave them. Yes. What I'm gonna do first is ink these. I'm gonna stop the camera now because I don't want you to see me ink all the bits and pieces. It's kind of boring. So I inked up the edges, and what I also did is ink this part up a little bit more and also on the design paper to make it a little bit more vintage. It's not so white anymore. So and what I also did was, I'm showing you right now, is going around the edges with the ink pad to make them stand out a little bit more. I know, I like it. So I'm sorry, I do have to get my glue. I said I was going to sew this, but today I'm not going to do it. The reason why is because I think not everybody owns a sewing machine, so maybe it's better if I show how this works if you glue it. Okay, maybe it's a little bit more straight like this. Okay. I'm gonna get my brushes. And first, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so. This time I'm not using a very quick drying glue because I do want to have time to move this. And with a quick drying glue you can't move the page very easily. Okay. It's a little bit too wide. So I do have to glue the pocket, but I'm going to use the double-sided tape for this part. But I don't want it to be too wide. So what I'm doing is making it smaller strips. So okay, now the other part. I was noticing it was not completely straight, so I fixed this. Okay, again, gluing in, but I'm going to glue a part of the spine first, because that way if it's too wide I can cut off the excess on the outside, and if I do it the other way around I have to fiddle in the middle to make it work. It would be probably easier if you measured everything, but well, like I said, I don't measure things. Yeah, what I measure is when I'm making my design papers, the digitals, then I measure the size of the pages or labels or anything, but when I'm crafting I'm not really measuring anything. This is always a tricky part because sometimes this is going to rip. Well, I'm not saying it right. Sometimes it's not going to rip, but mostly it is. Okay. I don't want to do it this way because then I rip the paper. You have to make sure this is possible. It's still possible, so what I'm noticing is this is a little smaller now. So I can do two things. I can cut this half off. Or make some lace on the outside. I'm pulling it up a little bit now. Yeah, I think it's okay for now. Because it's too small, I'm putting the glue on the paper now. Otherwise, this will be covered with glue. So you see, I'm not really a professional junk journal maker. Then again, who is? So I'm doing a little bit of glue on this side, if it's working. It's not. Taking this. So. Okay, and for now I'm letting it dry. So when it's dry I come back and then we go on finishing the back side and decide how we're going to bind the inserts into the book.